Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Underground Sports Pod. I'm here with Jeffrey McNeil and Keandre Spencer. I'm De'Aaron Gelton. Austin over Discord. Say what's up to the viewers, Austin.
What's going on?
All right, and we got a lot to talk about today. We apologize for missing last week. A lot of family stuff was going on. We had to, take that week off, but we're back here. We're ready. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 20. We made it to 20 episodes. We still going strong. We don't see this coming to an end anytime soon. I want to hit 100 episodes.
Yeah, bro. Literally in the next month will be our first, obviously football, basketball are probably the main topics on this channel. And that'd be us completing a full season of both, because we went through a whole 2020 football season.
Yep.
And then, at the end of this month, beginning of next month, it's going to be the end of a basketball season, so we're going to do full seasons. So we really getting there.
We here. We're not going anywhere. We appreciate everybody tuning in weekly.
Facts.
So we're going to start off some fireworks going off into the OTAs right now. But before we get into that, the Titans. Did they get better? Did they get worse? Did they stay the same? I'm going to go first here. They obviously, to me, got better. They lost a receiver and got a better one. They lost some defensive players, drafted some good defensive players, and signed some good defensive players. I think Titans Super Bowl. I'm going to let y'all take it from here.
So with me, there's actually been a heated debate because some people believe that the team actually got worse. I mean, they lost a lot of, basically their whole receiving core except for A.J. Brown. And, I mean, they lost a lot. You can see they lost Adoree Jackson, who was their best corner. They lost so much, this season. But, I mean, with the pieces they got back, they got a lot. I mean, they got Julio Jones. They got him. We know. I mean, he hasn't been the Julio we remember, but at the same time, he's gonna take a lot of fire away from A.J. Brown, and those two together will be cooking and be hot. And let's not forget that Derrick Henry pretty much has carried this team to the playoffs by itself. Now that the passing game is looking like it's gonna be stronger, with having two solid receivers, tougher team. They got Bud Dupree, which we saw with his huge contributions with the Steelers. How good our defense was, and he's gonna help that defense out. They lost Adoree Jackson, but they drafted a corner with a lot of upside. Like, he does have some downside with injuries, but the ceiling is really, really high for him. So yeah, I mean, to me, I think they got a lot better. I would say I could see them in the Super Bowl if they could beat Kansas City, but I don't know about that. You think they got better, Jay?
They got better a little bit on offense. I only say a little bit because they still lost Jonnu Smith. They still lost a tight end who can go out there and catch the ball.
They lost Corey Davis. They lost Raymond. I mean, they pretty much lost the whole wide receiver room.
Exactly. So that's still, you added Julio. That's great. A high five. Congratulations. But it takes more than two receivers to be on the field and actually tango. I get it. They're a running team because Derrick Henry is the guy. But at the same time, when you got to pass the ball, if Julio and A.J. Brown are covered, what other receivers?
They're missing like a Cole Beasley or Mecole Hardman or they're missing one of those tough slots that will also get open and be able to get a little shine. So I think it'll be tough for them. But also I read this thing. It was like over the past 4 or 5 seasons, Julio's only had about 9 touchdowns.
Yeah, but he's not.
Yeah. He's not like a red zone guy.
Touchdown catcher. He's more.
Yeah. Get down the field.
Give me the ball when we need to get down.
But to me, that makes Tennessee even tougher because you think if they run Derrick Henry up the middle, all 4 first and goal through 4th down and goal, you think they stopping him all 4 times? No. So all
on team, yeah.
I don't know.
Look at what the Ravens did last year.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. To me,
they ran the ball. Nope.
I'm just
nope.
Yeah, but playoff football is different though. They had a whole entire week to scheme and stuff like that. It's just different. True. But my thing is that that's tough. They got they're worrying about Julio and A.J. Brown all the way down the field and let Derrick Henry punch it in. And we even see Tannehill getting some rushing touchdowns in there, and they can mix it up down there too. So I think they did get better, especially with I think the defense got a lot tougher. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm still indifferent about that defense.
No, the defense is bad. The defense is bad,
I don't know about bad. They have
I'm saying
they was bad.
They were bad last year.
Last year, yeah.
So
that's what I said.
They lost Clowney. They lost Clowney to get Bud Dupree.
Right.
Yeah,
but they
that's
also,
a huge
they still had Kevin Bird or Byard.
Yeah, he's still there.
Bird. I thought so. That they now have Bud Dupree.
But don't they have Kareem? Wasn't it Kareem? Was Kareem
Jackson?
Yeah, yeah, he was on there. I think he's still there.
Adoree Jackson. Like, their defense had good pieces, but now they have even better pieces. Yeah, they lost a couple pieces, but they lost 2 and added 6, it seemed like.
Yeah.
On that defensive side, especially with that draft that they had going heavily defensive side of the ball. It was a lot. So, Austin, better, worse, or stay the same? What's the answer?
What?
Did the Titans get better, worse, or stay the same?
Well, obviously they got better. I mean, they drafted new defensive players. Julio's obviously an upgrade for their offense since Corey Davis left. I mean, I don't think there's any doubt that they're better. But the question isn't, is the Titans better? The question is now the Titans the favorite in the AFC South?
Yes, I believe they are. I believe the Titans can make the Super Bowl, like Jeffrey said, as long as they can get past the Chiefs, who last year in the playoffs had a lot of close games.
Yeah,
they had a lot of close games. But that's 1 or 2 plays away from losing.
The Ravens is who knocked them out. But some people believe the Ravens got better. So
the Ravens got. Hold on, I think I really do think Ravens got better. You also can't think about forget about the Bills. They got better too on the defensive side, especially.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't just count out. You have it's not just the Chiefs. You have the Browns that are coming up, the Steelers who made the playoffs last year. You got the Ravens who are always good every single year. You got the Dolphins who almost made the playoffs last year. They actually had a 10-6 record and didn't make the playoffs. You have the Buffalo Bills who made it to the AFC Championship game. There's a lot of teams to go through besides just Kansas City.
That's true.
No, I would just say I'm saying best case scenario. Julio plays like Julio plays. AJ Brown plays. He plays. Derrick Henry. Like, basically, everybody plays the way we expect them to play. That's gonna be a badass team. They're gonna be hella good. They're gonna dominate. So I'm saying I can see them dominating the playoffs, but even them playing at their best might not be a Kansas City or a Buffalo. That's what I'm saying. You know, they gotta worry about Kansas City. Like, that was my main point because I can see, you know, the AFC Championship game being between them two. If everyone's playing good, but at the same time, Tennessee is known for always having something go wrong. Every single year, you know, they dominate. They're the Milwaukee Bucks. They dominate the regular season. They get a nice little seed. They play a team worse than them, and then they lose because, you know.
Hold on. This year, because Milwaukee swept the first round.
I'm just saying,
Second round, they ran into a motherfucker.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying years in the past, Miami is who knocked them out last year, so they got their revenge. But Miami was a 6 seed, and they were I think they were like
third seed.
Yeah, I think they were 2. No, I pretty sure they lost them in the second round.
It was third seed.
No, the third seed they would have played them first round. I could have swore they won and then played them the second round lost.
Yeah. So they was the second seed. And
they were
2. The 6th seed.
Yeah, they were 2. Yeah.
Okay.
No. Yeah. Because it's 2 and 7, 3 because the winner out of 4 and 5 plays 1 and 8.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See, I always thought the first seed got the easier game, so whoever had the lowest seed plays the 1 seed. So I would have thought
they technically do got the easier game because you're expecting 3 to win.
Oh, yeah, true.
So 1 versus 3 is harder than 1 versus 4 or 1 versus 5.
Right.
Okay. So
that's my bad.
So say that that's my comparison on them, but
you guys are talking about the NBA, right?
Yeah, no, we had just because I made a comparison. Yeah. I made a comparison saying Tennessee is my Milwaukee.
Right. I'm saying you guys are talking about the NBA playoffs, like seeding, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if every top seed wins in the NBA playoffs, it goes one plays 8, then 1 plays 4, and then 1 plays 2.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. That's what I said because because last year Milwaukee won their first round, but then they lost to the Heat in the second round, and I'm pretty sure they were like a 2 seed, and they were 2 because they beat 7, and then Miami was 6, so then they moved on to play 6.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was just a little confused because I'm used to the top seed plays the easier opponent because in the NFL the 1 seed gets that bye, and then the lowest seed that wins plays the 1 seed.
Right.
So if you're the 7th seed and you win that wild card game, you play number 1.
Like Austin broke it down. Yeah. Like the top seed is supposed to win every single time.
Yeah.
So therefore, 1 isn't gonna. They don't want 1. It's supposed to be easier. So 1 shouldn't play 3.
Right.
And 3 is supposed to win every single day of the week. It's supposed to be a 4-0 sweep. 3 versus 6. But so I like they want the one to play the 5 or the 4 rather because plus that's the closest matchup.
Yeah.
It's 4 and 5 because 9 times 10 they're separate by 1 or 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's pretty much neck and neck.
All right, so
but going right back on topic.
Right. Speaking of topics, we are gonna switch topics here. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up our little notepad that we had typed out here. All right. Speaking of the Titans, I found out some crazy things. And not found out, but I was following along, and I had the realization that AJ Brown is a better recruiter than Urban Meyer himself. That man is a legend.
Yeah, but
When he got a fucking sniff of a fart of Julio leaving the fucking Falcons, that motherfucker went on Twitter and made the biggest case in the world to come to the Titans, and then that motherfucker
actually went to TikTok.
He went to TikTok, he went to Twitter, I saw him on Facebook, I saw him on Instagram. That motherfucker was on Kick. Saying that Julio needs to come to the Titans. And when he came, it showed me that A.J. Brown is a better recruiter than Urban Meyer. That man has a career in college football coaching after he retires from the NFL.
Yes and no. Here's why I say yes and no. No, because you gotta think, him and Julio are cool. That's his guy. That's his friend. Usually,
that's his role model, bro. He grew up wanting to be like.
All right, but that's still his guy. You got to think, in the NFL, you go to Pro Bowls, you meet these guys, you got to start talking. If one guy's unhappy, your guy, your friend, gonna be like, "Hey, bro, you unhappy? Might as well go ahead, come over to my team. Let's team up, and we're gonna dominate the league." That has happened multiple times. Warren Sapp did that for Keyshawn Johnson. For the Eagles, Donovan McNabb did it for Terrell Owens, for T.O.
It happens in the NBA every single time.
Exactly. So you can't just say, "Oh, he's the better recruiter."
LeBron literally made the Anthony Davis trade possible.
Not just,
but
LeBron,
you know what I mean? Like,
LeBron and D-Wade made the damn super team in Miami.
Here's the fucking thing, Dre. all that's cool and all. The motherfucker somehow got the Falcons to even come aboard because the dude got traded. He got traded. He didn't sign with the Titans. He got traded there.
So that Johnson got traded.
That motherfucker got
here's my thing.
The Atlanta Falcons front office to be like, all right, we'll trade him there.
But that's the main reason why. But also, like, my thing is technically AJ Brown is the perfect scenario because Julio told him, I'm done, I want to leave. So they were like, okay.
He told Shannon Sharp on first take?
Yeah, he told him because Shannon Sharp was like, you want to go to Dallas? He was like, you want to go to Dallas? You want to be a Cowboy? And all that. And he was like, nah, man. He said, nah, I want to win. He was like, oh, well, you don't want to go to Cowboys? He said, nah, I never said I wanted to go to Dallas.
Yeah.
And then, no.
It made me feel good.
Anyway,
it made me feel real good.
No, but he said he wanted to win. Tennessee is a team that's been in the playoffs multiple years straight. You know, and they're on the cusp of making it past the first round. And now with the additions they got, they could definitely make it past the first round.
You know, a team that's been on
win
the
cusp, second round.
You know, the team that's been on the cusp that I was scared that he was going to go to. But I was like, he shouldn't go there because of all the pieces they have. But I was scared that he was going to go to Arizona.
Yeah.
Like, I think everybody was nervous because everybody's going to Arizona. It seemed like every fucking body. Everybody's like, oh, Arizona? Like, what the fuck is in Arizona besides deserts?
Right.
Phoenix.
No, my thing is,
deserts.
I'm saying no. My point was just that Tennessee was a team who could give up some picks, you know, because I mean they're looking to win, you know what I mean? So win championships. So picks are important, but they're not as important to a team like the picks the Broncos and teams like that.
They gave up a second and a fourth.
Yeah, I know.
That's nothing.
If
you trade for Julio on Madden, it's not a second and a fourth.
It was highway robbery.
It's a first and an 85 overall player.
Yeah.
I still believe it's highway robbery that they gave up a second. They didn't even get a first. The Falcons didn't even get a first. To me, that's still highway robbery.
And it was Julio and a pick.
Yeah.
I think it was a 5th round pick. So they even got a pick back. They gave 2 picks, got a player and a pick. So they basically drafted Julio in the second round.
Highway robbery.
No, but the main thing is
they said Julio worth a 2nd round pick.
I've been seeing a lot of Falcons fans saying, like, I know everybody like think we're upset, but we're actually excited because they do got a lot of youth in the wide receiver room.
This
the tight end of Kyle Pitts. You know, they got a lot of youth in the passing game. So you know, I would love to see Calvin Ridley shine. I want to see him. You know, him a number one. I mean, but he could end up like other guys who were amazing number 2 options, and then as soon as the big dog leaves, and now they're looking at it as the number 1, he might even have a fall off. Not fall off, but he might,
a decrease in numbers.
Yeah, he might have a decrease in numbers when all of us expect him to increase. Because now
no offense, I'm gonna block my face on this one, but Juju.
No, I was literally gonna say Juju, but Juju was different because Juju's best isn't as best as Calvin Ridley's best. Calvin Ridley is literally a Pro Bowl amazing receiver. As
I know, but I'm just saying,
here's another guy to add to the mix.
numbers.
Here's 2 guys actually to add to the mix, and it hurts to say this, but Marvin Jones when he left Cincinnati and Mohamed Sanu when he left Cincinnati, they wanted number 1 money, and
They wasn't number ones.
They wasn't number ones.
No, in my opinion, Marvin Jones and Sanu both played a lot better on the teams. On the new teams. Marvin Jones played 10 times better on the Lions than he ever did for the Bengals, and Sanu played 10 times better when he first was with the Falcons than he ever did on the Bengals.
And then he went to the Patriots, and what did he do?
Yeah, no. I was saying
exactly.
No, because I remember one of the podcasts I was saying, more
accurate
the Bengals
than any other quarterback.
The Bengals have the same fever as the Lakers. Players leave. And then they go get better because they left that team. Because, Jordan Clarkson now is 6th Man of the Year. Julius Randle is now Most Improved Player of the Year. And they both were once...
Brandon Ingram balling.
Yeah, but Brandon Ingram was an all-star, so it's like,
Josh Hart.
Yeah, like all these guys have left the Lakers. D'Angelo Russell. Like, all these guys have left the Lakers and got 10 times better. And it's kind of the same thing with the Bengals. But he's not, because obviously these guys didn't leave and become no Pro Bowlers or nothing like that. But they still...
Here's the biggest problem was for D'Angelo Russell. Lights was just too bright. Yeah. Once he did that shit with Nick Young, it was over. Everybody was against him.
No, but you're right about Lights too bright because the year he got drafted was Kobe's last year, so everyone's saying, because remember it was him, it was Kevin Garnett's last year, and Karl-Anthony Towns was a rookie, so it was like that was his mentor. Kevin Garnett was Karl-Anthony Towns' mentor, and then Kobe was D'Angelo Russell's. So when Kobe left, Kobe basically passed the torch to D'Angelo Russell, and as a Lakers fan, I was excited for him. I'm thinking D'Angelo Russell about to be the face of our franchise for years to come. And then he didn't perform as well as we thought he was on the court. Then he had hella issues off the court, so we wound up getting rid of him. And then he goes and gets 10 times better.
Yeah.
So
all right. Here we go. Here, looking at my list of things to talk about. I didn't put this on here, but I am gonna go ahead and talk about it. As of June 10th, 2021. Jonathan Joseph officially retired from the NFL after a 15-year career.
Oh, yeah, Jonathan Joseph.
15-year career. And I have a man sitting behind me that's 5'0" that wants to know, is he a Hall of Famer? In my book, no. And this is why, Jeffrey. What team did he play for?
I don't know.
Before the Texans, who did he play for?
I don't know.
The Bengals.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why he's not going to be in the Hall of Fame.
I ain't gonna lie, that is fucked up. Y'all got one. I've known a million great players for the Bengals, over the years, and y'all got one Hall of Famer.
That's why he's not going to make it to the Hall of Fame. If you play for the Bengals, you're not going to the Hall of Fame. I'm sorry. They gave him one. They said, here's your one. Now go away. Like, Ken Anderson needs to be in the Hall of Fame. What's his name that played corner? And he's literally fifth all-time in interceptions. What?
Ken Riley.
Ken Riley. 5th in interceptions all time. First through 4, Hall of Fame. 6 through 10, Jeffrey, Hall of Fame. 5, not Hall of Fame. How does that make sense?
It don't. I'm trying to think of. It was another guy that was tough as fuck. I played for the Bengals. He was a safety, number 26. Mays or something.
No, he definitely didn't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. Hell no.
No, but I'm saying on Madden, he's like one of the best Madden players to ever exist.
Yeah.
The next Hall of Famer for the Bengals is gonna be Leon Hall.
Shut your ass up.
But no,
Little bias.
Jonathan Joseph. He wasn't even the best corner on the team when he was on the Bengals. There's no way he's going to make it to the Hall of Fame.
But with the Bengals his prime?
Yeah. That was his first 10 years in the NFL.
That wasn't.
I thought John Joseph I know was Texans.
To the Texans was his prime.
Yeah, I thought his first couple years with the Texans was the best Jonathan Joseph we've seen.
Both the.
But still, like I really don't. I don't know. Tough player. He's. To me, you got to be a different type of animal to play corner in NFL. You got to, you're going against the best wide receivers in the world, and you got to guard them. And everybody expects you to shut them down. Everybody expects you to dominate them.
He played 5 years in Cincinnati. I thought he played more than that. No, he played 9. So he played. I didn't know about the last 2. The last 2, Arizona and Tennessee, but he didn't really play much. But
He was
played.
a locker room guy in Tennessee.
Yeah, he played 14, 15. He played 16 years in the NFL.
That's a long time.
Or no. Okay, so 15 years.
That's a long time.
Because 2020 it says 2 teams, Arizona and Tennessee. That's my bad. But yeah, he played 15 years. 15 years in the NFL. He has a grand total of 32 career interceptions, 7 career touchdowns, tackles. Combined tackles, 787 tackles, 18 tackles for losses, no sacks, obviously, forced fumbles, 8 forced fumbles, pass deflections. He has a 200 pass deflections, and it's, what was it? 32 interceptions, 200 pass deflections, and yeah.
How many interceptions?
32. I still don't think he's in the Hall of Fame though. I don't think he makes it.
No. He was a really good player.
His
stats were really, really good.
But what's the main thing we talk about when we talk about Hall of Fame players? Accolades, right?
Yeah.
He's the only accolades he has is 2-time Pro Bowler. He's only made it to the Pro Bowl 2 times in 15 years. No Super Bowls, no depoys, no other hardware, no best corner, no best DB.
But it's kind of hard to do that in the AFC, especially at that time.
Which was his first 2 years in Houston. And he didn't even make the Pro Bowl in Cincinnati when he had the most interceptions in his career with 6 interceptions, 20 pass deflections, no Pro Bowl.
But what I was about to say is it's still hard. It was also, you got to think, the AFC, during that time, it was still hard as shit to make it as a corner.
I understand that.
Think about who all in the AFC, while we were all growing up, that we knew that were corners.
Right, so how is he going to be a Hall of Famer if he wasn't even better than them?
True.
You see my point now?
Okay.
That's why I don't think he's going to be in the Hall of Fame. What do you think, Austin?
What, for Jonathan Joseph?
Yeah, is he? Jerry wants to know if he's a Hall of Famer.
No, he's definitely not a Hall of Famer.
That was my point right there. I mean, shout out, great. I mean, he has good stats. 32 career interceptions. You can never deny that's a good stat. 32 career interceptions in 15 years. That's over 2 interceptions a year. It's like 2. If I had to guess, I'd say about 2.2, which is great. But he just, I don't know. It's just not enough. You know, it's just not enough. But like I said, he wasn't even the best corner on the Bengals when he played for the Bengals. He was the best corner for a couple years in Houston, but he slowly started declining, which happens with age, you know. But yeah, I mean, he had a good career. He might make the Houston Texans Hall of Fame, because that's not hard to do. But nah, he's not a Hall of Famer.
Nah, tough player. No, but like I say, to me, you got to be a different type of animal to be a corner in the National Football League. Like, because you're going to get the best wide receivers in the whole entire world, and you're expected to completely lock them up, shut them down, and I mean,
leave his island.
You know, let's be honest. Speaking of corners and islands, Jalen Ramsey's so apparently switched his number all throughout OTAs. We haven't seen not one number 20. He's been wearing number 5. And you know me, I'm big on these number changes. Like,
facts, me too.
That's one of my favorite things.
Julio wearing number 2 now.
Yeah, I've seen like a lot of fans hate it. They despise it. You know, like it takes away from the NFL. You know, it's more like high school and college now. But me, I love to look. To me, it's gonna feel so good seeing like a number 1 at wide receiver, like a KJ Hamler at wideout, a Devontae Smith, a Jamar Chase. You know, these guys in single-digit numbers and out at receiver. I don't know. It's gonna look tough. To me, it's gonna look tough on Madden while I'm playing, because I'm the type of guy that I switch the numbers anyway. I'll go in and make fucking Juju number 9 like he used to be instead of 19. Like that's how. So yeah, I love single digits, and I think it looks good. Buda Baker is gonna wear 3.
It was to the point where we would do online franchising with Jeffrey, and we would have to tell him before the franchise, don't switch the numbers, because that wasn't realistic. And we would try to play realistic. We'd be like, don't switch the numbers, and he'd be like, bro.
Because to me,
now he can, and we can't say nothing about it.
Yeah, because to me, I mean, that was always the dumbest thing ever. You know, I hated that. I mean, I still think, you know, like Chase Young still making his claim. Why can't he wear 2? You know, he wants to go back to 2 so bad, but D-line, I think the lowest I think they said they can wear 40s now. Yeah. And he's thinking like, okay, I'm waiting for when y'all said we can wear single digits, like, because he wants to go back to number 2 like he wore at Ohio State, but you know they just down to 40.
a lot of people, they just want to go back to their numbers that they play with their whole life.
Right.
And they're like, well, they don't. I think the biggest thing is they don't want to have linemen have eligible numbers. But the thing is, linemen never have eligible numbers. Look at them in college, still don't. Look at them in high school, they still don't. You'll never see a number center wearing any other. Besides me, you'll never see a center wearing an eligible number.
No, it really just depends on. Well, offensive lineman, no, but defensive lineman you do because like
defensive lineman, yes, absolutely, but no offensive lineman.
Now, okay, high school is different. High school, as a big guy myself, we wear whatever jersey fit.
That's
you know that's how I go. So
then you stick with that number.
And number 1 through like number 1 through 40 don't fit us because
those are smalls.
You know those are the smalls and the mediums, so those don't fit us. So that's why we were never able to. But once you get to college, you know they order your jerseys. You know you can be 500 pounds to wear number 1 because they order it.
Right.
And your size,
But you still don't see offensive linemen wearing anything besides 50 through 79.
Yeah. No, actually, I'm pretty sure with Coastal, it was number 44 at guard, which I thought was kind of different than Lick.
But still, I mean, that's a little. I said 50 through 79.
Oh, I ain't you said 70.
Yeah, 50 through 79. Because you see a lot of 69s, you see stuff like that. But you even that rare currency, that still wasn't. I mean, yes, an eligible number, but like that's
it's not like he wore number 22 or like he didn't wear like 19. Like, he still wore a big like a bigger guy number, you know?
Right. So that's not gonna make any lineman mad because the number that they've played with their whole life is just like most linemen in the NFL, they play offensive line their whole life.
Yeah, so 78 is what they've been wearing since they start playing football.
Right, so that's what they're going to stick with. So I don't think the NFL really understands that, so they're holding back defensive linemen because they want to make it fair for offensive linemen. But the offensive linemen don't give a fuck. They know they're not touching the ball.
Wow, no, because when a lot of receivers were complaining saying that they this is the big leagues. This ain't little boy football no more. Like you shouldn't do it. But Becton, Mekhi Becton, he was like, shoot, I'll wear the one if y'all don't want to wear it.
Nice.
So he offers the tackle. I would like to wear a single digit.
But Mekhi Becton different. But speaking of number changes, you said training camp.
Yeah.
OTAs. Aaron Rodgers is yet to be seen in the Green Bay facility.
I got something about that. About Green Bay, hold on.
And they are all over Jordan Love's penis right now. I don't know what he's been telling them coaches, but they're in practice against air, and he's throwing dimes, and they're fanning him off because he's throwing good balls against the air. Like, they are all over Jordan Love. It's not looking great for Aaron Rodgers and Green Bay right now. These coaches are, like, falling in love with Jordan Love, and he's nowhere to be found. And it's not looking great.
But also, Aaron Rodgers wants to be traded. So
is it Jordan Love on if he's ready to be a starter week 1? He said 100%.
Yeah.
So Jordan Love said he believes he said he believes he'll be the best starting quarterback for the team over Aaron Rodgers. But me, I think so too.
That's how every NFL player has to be, though. You have to have your confidence. You have to. If you don't have confidence, you're not going to be a good NFL player. So I'm behind that. I mean, let him believe what he wants to believe. Obviously not, but still let him believe it.
I mean, we don't know that because when Aaron Rodgers, he was just MVP. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
but the best Aaron Rodgers we ever seen was when he had that mobility to him. When he was just double checking the end zone because he get his rushing touchdowns. Jordan Love. Jordan Love might bring another. He might make offense more dynamic. Because that's what everybody's saying about Jalen Hurts and Carson Wentz. Even though Carson Wentz isn't.
Hold on a minute. Aaron Rodgers runs.
No, it's not like Jordan Love is gonna run. I'm saying but he used to run. He didn't run much this year. He didn't run much last year. He hasn't ran as much as he used to in the past 4 or 5 years.
But he don't need to.
But you missed my point. You missed my point. Jordan Love, I think is way. I like mobile quarterbacks a lot more than pocket passers. But at the same time, it's like I'm not saying the team gonna be better without Aaron Rodgers. That's cap. I'm saying he might make the offense more dynamic. They might be able to do a lot more things with him that they couldn't do.
Look, Aaron Rodgers was the original mobile quarterback.
No, but he never ran a read option a day in his life. That's there.
No.
They're going to run.
He's not a design running quarterback. He's a let me get out the pocket, dive at the pylon, but it don't look like a dive. It kind of just look like he fall and then get hit, but he scored.
No, I'm saying because you know how good offense would look if they had the Seattle Seahawks running game, but then they bring in the Packers passing game, you add all that together, that's a super good offense. And that's what I'm saying, that they could have with Jordan Love if Jordan Love plays the way that we expect him to play.
Right.
But also once again, training camps, like
it's just training.
No, I love training camps because my boy Big Ben, he literally said he wants to retire just to watch Najee Harris and Dwayne Haskins play. He said Dwayne Haskins is one of the best young quarterbacks he ever seen in his life. And you remember what I told you? That I showed you. Big Ben said that Dwayne Haskins can throw a ball through a car wash and it won't get wet.
I'm gonna let Austin react to that.
Man, so it's tough.
Reactions. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in training camp.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
facts.
They getting their chemistry.
But speaking of training camps, another big thing that's happened over the past week, I believe, I think it's very recent. It came out that Cam Newton got in a fight with an unknown player at practice.
Yep.
I can't find who the player was. I don't know if anybody knows who it is.
I can't find it.
He got in a fight with an unknown player and injured his hand, and now Mac Jones is struggling as well as him getting hurt. So Jared Stidham's making a great case to become the week 1 starter because we don't know how long Cam's going to be out. They think it's broken. They think, and if that's the throwing hand, that's time. Other people can play with a broken hand, but quarterbacks can't because that's the hand you use to throw the ball.
And also to add to that, before that, the people who were taking the shots were Jared Stidham and Mac Jones, and Mac Jones only took 1 snap, and Jared Stidham to the rest. So that actually is saying something about Mac Jones. If you're only going to take 1, I don't think they really believe in you that much, especially if you're struggling against air. Like, oh no,
right?
How do I feel about him wearing 50? Like, it's confusing to me.
Who?
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones, he's wearing 50.
Oh yeah, I don't know why they did that. That was really weird. I don't understand it. But it could be something that we don't know. He might have his other jersey on the way, and that's the only one that fit him. You
okay,
never know.
Me personally, I'm not upset about that. That's on him. I don't care what he wears. He could wear 99 for all I give a fuck. Anyway, my thing is that in me, I love. Okay, Jamar Chase is gonna be a dog. Devontae Smith, but we all know the best. Well, he was the shiftiest wide receiver in college football. He led the whole entire college football in receiving touchdowns. He went to North Texas, and Jalen Darden, and he got drafted to the Buccaneers. So
late round, right?
No, I think it was like their 4th or 5th. Yes, it was late round. But he's wearing number 1. He's running the slot right now. Once again, it's just training camp. But Kyle Trask is not throwing him the ball. I can say that. So he's not running with the 2s right now. I'm obviously happy for him because I've been cheering for him for a grip now because I love those dynamic players like himself, 5'9", shifty, quick dogs.
I know who Jeffrey playing with on Madden now. You got Scotty Miller.
Yeah.
What's his name?
What? Chris Godwin, Jalen Darden, Mike Evans.
Darden, Chris Godwin. Mike Evans is the catcher, but those 3 speed players, that's who's going to play on Jeffrey's Madden team.
Yeah. So
and Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown's not as fast. Those are the 3 starters, and then you want to have Gronk in the slot.
Yeah.
Or not the slot, the tight end.
Yeah, so, it's just tough because, I wanted him to get drafted anywhere else because he's going to a team that's already projected to win Super Bowl again because they brought back 22 starters. All 22 Super Bowl starters.
Yes. What's scarier is they already have a good running back room.
Speaking,
and Giovanni Bernard
Yeah.
goes to Tampa Bay.
Speaking of Tampa Bay training camp, what y'all feel about dark visor Tom Brady?
No, it's fire. No,
that's fucking lit.
No,
he need to wear that regular.
No, have you even seen the visors? The Steelers got some lit. Like, I've been watching their OTAs and stuff with like it's yellow visor. All the new visors they're bringing out. What's his name? Sterling Shepard that wears number 3 now for the Giants. Lit, by the way. Number 3 looked fire. He had like this like rainbow multicolored blue one. It was fire. Like the visors are looking fire right now.
Right, but that dark visor Tom Brady just looked different.
I saw crazy. It was I swear dark visors make anybody look tough. And they do because like when you look like Tom Brady, obviously a great player, but like he doesn't intimidate nobody.
No.
So, but when you see that, like I swear you put that dark visor
on
Aaron Rodgers,
like
bro. And so I'm telling y'all,
any defensive player, you just turn.
For all the people that play football, you know when they give out the helmets in Pee Wee or even in high school, they give them booty chin straps, the trash ones that as soon as you get it, you throw it away. Like you don't wear it, you don't think about wearing
the diapers.
And that is Aaron Rodgers' trademark. And also, he don't got the two strap. He literally got one.
The one strap.
You put a dark visor on that helmet, he's still looking tough.
Facts. Hey, but it's so lit because when he gets to the sideline, he just go click, and it's not even on his chin no more. That's lit though.
Nah, that's super old school. You might as well wear a leather helmet.
Hey, you remember the ones? You remember the ones? It wasn't the diaper with the 2 holes in it, but it had the lines going across it, and it always made your chin green.
Yeah.
Y'all remember those chin straps? He used to wear those.
No,
like in the NFL, he used to wear those, bro. He used to have the greenest chin in the world. I swear to God.
Yeah, but like, no, the OTAs is looking real tough. I'm not going. I'm saying, you know, but at the same time, speaking of OTAs, I've been trying to watch Saint OTAs, but I haven't found nothing on it really because I've been trying to see who's been getting the most snaps at quarterback, but I haven't really saw anything.
They don't want anybody to know. That's why you can't see nothing.
Exactly. How do you feel about the Eagles releasing Jamie Newman? That was fucked up because he's 10 times better than Flacco.
Yeah, but the mentorship with Flacco, I understand that. I'm not in the room. No, I can't make the decision.
No,
if I make the decision,
but like when they got him,
Flacco taking a walk.
You know when they got him, you were excited.
Yeah, I love Jamie Newman.
Yeah.
You
saying he was gonna be really good. And
I love Jamie Newman. You know, coming out of Arizona, that man, I love how he played. He was that really dynamic player where he could do what Jalen Hurts did last year. He could do that this year with no problems because he does it just as well as Jalen Hurts with that read option.
It's just, but the only bad thing is that
I guess the mentorship with Joe Flacco helping.
I'm scared for Jalen Hurts though. I'm scared for Jalen Hurts because. You would think like we don't know what this new coach is gonna do. We don't know what offense he's running. Yeah, we don't know what he's running. So in my opinion, okay, they did go get an old pocket passer. Yeah. You know, so that's okay. Maybe he's gonna do some of that. Mm-hmm. And then I mean, look, if I'm the Seahawks had Geno Smith as their backup for how long? Because what are they? They're a read option offense. You want to keep your mobile quarterbacks on depth, all that. I mean that's what you want. Unless you're the Steelers, you have one pocket passer. And then the other 3 are kind of mobile for some reason. Anyway, I'm like that's why I'm scared because it's like I guess they're going to change Jalen Hurts' game and it's not going to work. And then Flacco going to have to play or some shit. I'm scared of Jalen Hurts.
On the contrary to that though, Jeffrey.
Like why would you cut
some of the clips I have seen? Some of the clips I have seen on the contrary has been read option plays. Yeah, they have been running read options in the camp, which does make me feel a little bit better. Like, okay, maybe it's not just like he does have some read options in there. We don't know how many, but he does have some. But the thing I'm scared about,
the Bengals got read options in their playbook, but how often they run them? They had him with Andy Dalton.
I know,
and they never ran them shit. You know,
what I'm more nervous about is also looking at some OTAs and stuff. Them linebackers are still getting torched. I'm not gonna lie, still getting torched, and that's fucking scary, especially with how much better the wide receiver cores in our division have gotten.
To me, it depends who the hell you are. If you're Austin, me, or Dre, then we're gonna say it's the DBs. But if you're De'Aaron, you're just gonna say it's your wide receiver core. But in the Eagles OTAs, even Darius Slay is getting burnt and cooked the fuck up. Y'all DBs is getting fucked up. Is that Devontae Smith being future MVP at receiver? Probably. Is that Jalen Reagor about to have a good come-out year? Is that Hightower showing out? Is that Quez Watkins just being the next T. Higgins about to blow up? Maybe. Or your DBs are just bad. We don't know because all I say is the passing game is looking tough. It's either because the defense is bad or they're going to come out firing, which once again, it is OTAs, OTAs. Preseason is when we can start judging, really. When we can actually start having somewhat of an opinion. But I mean, to see the offense and the passing game clicking the way it is, the one
guy that I mean, yeah, he's still getting toasted, but has shown a lot of potential that I'm kind of excited about is my boy Kayvon Wallace, though. He plays safety. My boy Kayvon, he's been locking up too. Yes, he's been getting getting hurt, but he's been showing out a lot too. And I'm like, give that motherfucker some playing time.
The biggest thing I've ever seen about Kayvon Wallace when I read something about him, he's one of those players that, if he learns how to control his speed, he will be a very dominant safety, or they can move him in the corner. And he's too fast for his own good. You know what I mean? He's one of those guys that he's over there. Like, as soon as the ball in the air, he at you. But now it's time to make a play on the ball, and when you have tough receivers Like, I mean, when you got Gallup or Amari Cooper, they're gonna make the play on him, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just
gonna have to hit him at
you
that
know,
point.
But
they want him to go out and
his vision is
his
good,
hand
his
in
speed is
there.
good.
Yeah.
It's just the playmaking ability.
yeah, hand-eye coordination stuff like that is what he really lacks. But
Like instead of going and getting the ball at the highest point, I've seen that he's trying to just get under it. Like,
But-
no, go up and get it because they're
let's
gonna
be
go
honest,
up and
let's
get
be
it.
honest, but we talk about this all the time. I think that's Dre's biggest point is that you can't teach speed, you can't teach skill. Like, I mean, you can teach skill, but I'm saying like the things he has, you can't teach. You know that he was blessed to have that. The things that he's lacking can be taught, can be learned over time. I mean, he has a vet like Darius Slay to be learning from, and also the safety you guys signed, he's a vet as well.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, he got some older guys to learn from.
That's why I was kind of excited coming into the season because we also signed Eric Wilson from the Vikings, that
Yeah.
linebacker, and he's gonna come in. He's gonna help Alex Singleton and
You made a big point about you guys still have Ertz as of right now.
yeah, we still have Zach Ertz on our roster as of
And-
right now.
He hasn't went on no visits, so no teams are in contact. They're probably in contact, but like you know how the Steelers, we just had Richard Sherman come on a visit, official visit. So he was at the OTA talking to the team and stuff like that. We have Malik Hooker, the safety from the Colts. He came, you know, and Ertz hasn't went on no visits. He's still in Philadelphia.
That we know of.
Yeah, that we know of, and that teams have been open up about. Like supposedly, all that we know, nobody talked to him but the Eagles. So it's a good chance that he might actually
But
still be
then
an Eagle.
It could be a in-house thing to where
Mhm.
we're not going to release nothing. We're not
It could
gonna
be a
say
sign and
Right.
trade type thing.
But
They might sign him and
exactly.
trade him. You
Right?
know, I
Yeah,
can see that as well.
it could be something like that. But like you said, the biggest thing is he's still here. We still have
for me,
a chance.
for the outside looking in, you guys know I am. I'm a next man up type of guy. I'm a guy like once I see talent out there, like once I see a young guy or somebody that has talent.
Oh yeah, I'm high on
To me,
Dallas
yeah,
Goedert.
that's what I'm saying. For Goddard in the future of the Eagles, Ertz is the best. Getting rid of Ertz is the best move because he's not. I mean, Goddard's younger. You know, he has, in my opinion, he has the potential to even be better than Ertz in a few years. So it just depends if you guys obviously if this new coach thinks y'all can come in and win now, which I think is delusional because you guys are really really young in the skill position wise.
That's fair.
So I'm saying I think it's time for Eagles to rebuild. You know, so I
I
think
wouldn't
he
say
keeps
it's
the younger guy.
delusional. What I would say, I wouldn't say delusional. I think it's mandatory. Not in the sense that we have to be good, but when you're coming in your first year as a head coach, you have to have that thought that we need to win now because if you don't, you're not going to try to go out there with the same fire that he's going out there with.
But that's
Get
why
the players
I
behind
respect
you.
the shit out of
But
Zach
get-
Taylor. I respect shit out of Zach Taylor because Zach Taylor's realistic as fuck. Bengals fan, hate him, but Steelers fan, I love the guy because he was realistic. He came into a roster that at one, you know, yeah, they did it a few years before we're in the playoffs, but he came in and he was like, I don't got much here. He went and got some shit. They got some stuff now. They got amazing pieces to be a really good team. Not 22 years from right now or next season if all the young guys improve,
Right,
they can
and
be really good.
like I said, but
so it's just like you gotta be
when
realistic.
When you got to get the team behind you though,
Right.
and you know coming off like,
But him coming in playoffs, like I said, that's delusional to me because I don't think you guys win the NFC East, and I don't think the best team in the like okay, so it's different. Okay, with the AFC North, you go 10-6, you don't make the playoffs, you know, shit like that. With you guys, you know, the person in first place, you know, this season might be 9-8 and make the playoffs because they were first. So even if you guys do come in second, you guys probably have 7 wins, which is a damn good season for y'all bouncing back. But you still don't make the playoffs, so it's still like I'm saying playoffs is, you know, like
right.
He shouldn't come in saying that.
Which is good for him coming in because we're not looking playoffs or bust. You know, we're on that rebuild mode, so that is good for him coming in because he's not expected much. You know, like obviously as an Eagles fan, we want more. You know, we want playoffs. We want an NFC East title, but we're realistic enough. We know.
I feel so bad for you guys that and my team's kind of in the same boat. We're both in the same boat, and I hate the state that we're in. But we're all, even though we're in the state, but we're winning in the same state. You know, we're making the playoffs in the state we're in, but we're in the same state as you guys. So all the skill positions are looking pretty young besides our quarterback, which we have a lot of youth behind him. But it's like all the linemen and stuff like that is because of the Eagles. Really young wide receiver core, young running back room, young quarterback, young tight end with one young tight end. You got
two young tight ends.
You got young DBs, you got young linebackers, but then the D line's really old. The offensive line's really old. The safeties are getting older now, and the corners are now getting older. So it's like you got youth and you have really good youth, but it's like what you gonna do in 3 years when all those guys are out of their primes, retiring, getting hurt, you know, not playing good, and also some of these older guys that we're talking about are coming off season-ending injuries. and they're older already. So it's going to be like, and my team same way. My offensive line is pretty old. I mean, but now I'm pretty sure our starters are going to be. We're going to have all people under the age of 25 on the offensive line, except for like 2. So our offensive line got young.
With us getting Leonard Dickerson, we're starting to turn we're starting to turn that page. You know, we're starting to get there. We drafted I think one or two corner. We drafted a lot of D line in this draft.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like you guys are being. I'm saying it's rebuild time for the Eagles. So that's what I'm saying. Him coming in play. I mean, you don't make the playoffs while you're rebuilding. You know.
No, you don't.
You know. So.
But you got to get the players behind you. Is my only defense for that. You know, you want to you got to get that team behind you. So him saying, "Hey, we got to make the playoffs. We're gonna make the playoffs if we do this." You know, that's just give them a reason to fight. You know, we're not. Don't come in and be like, we're gonna lose 12 games and not have a good year. You know, when you was playing on your freshman team and you guys didn't do that great.
Yeah, I mean,
did you really want to be there towards the end?
I mean, nah, but at the same time, it was just like we knew he was gonna be bad though. So it's like it's not like that's my thing.
You knew you was gonna be bad, so you didn't play as hard.
No, I mean, I
not
still
you, but
no, I'm saying no, we did play hard. It's just here's the thing, that I would rather my coach be like, for me, I like realistic shit. I don't want a nigga telling me Super Bowl, and we go out there and win 4 games. Because now I'm looking at him, you a shitty ass coach, bro. Well, you telling us, listen to you, we gonna make the playoffs, and we just came last in the NFC East. You know what I mean? So I'm realistic, and I think players are realistic too. Like you know, because these are grown ass men, they know just as much as you. So obviously, I mean, he's gonna come in saying like, for me, this is gonna be a great year. We're about to, but you know, we got Devontae Smith with Jalen Hurts about to turn up. Yeah, obviously it's that. But at the same time, like, I mean, don't do what the Chargers did. You know, coach, oh yeah, you know, we're gonna. You know, like basically they had a really good chance to make the playoffs, but the coach was like, yeah, you know, we're not gonna make it this year. You know, we're gonna go ahead. You know, we're just gonna rebuild. We're gonna continue to grow. Like you don't want to do that,
right?
But at the same time, you want to be realistic with your team. You want to keep spirits up at the same time.
A good another example. I don't know if y'all can really see this, but when we went to Wilmington College, De'Aaron and I went to Wilmington College. I'm looking at our schedule. I'm like, yeah, we're definitely gonna lose to this team. Right. We're definitely gonna lose to this team. We can beat this team. I believe we can. I believe we can beat this team. Going through practices and everything, I'm like, okay, yeah, we got a solid ass team. Optimistically and realistically, I'm like, oh yeah, we can beat those teams. But the other 2 teams, I'm like, shit, those motherfuckers are dogs. I don't know. I don't think we can beat those teams right now, but give us a couple years, then we can maybe fuck with them and go ahead and squeak out a win. But right now, hell no, we not finna beat these guys.
But, and I mean, I was obviously the same way, but, you know, Coach Moore didn't say that.
True.
Just saying, you know, you can't lose your team.
Yeah.
You can't do what Doug Peterson did at the end of the year and just lose your team.
Oh no, he said we wasn't gonna beat Mount Union though, at all. He already knew that shit. He's like, yeah, we're not beating Mount Union.
Yeah, nobody's beating
them. No, but still, hey, you guys do got a chance because according to the NFL and the statistics they went by, Eagles have the easiest schedule in the NFL. You said it was tough because you guys do go against the Chiefs and the Buccaneers, which come on, Super Bowl teams. But other than that, and you guys are in the worst, as of right now, the worst conference in football.
Which makes a difference because you play all the teams
you play all twice. So you guys have the easiest record as of right now. So you give a young team that has, I can see. I would not be. This might be a hot take, and some people are. I wouldn't be surprised if we see the Eagles be like how the Cardinals or better the Chargers. Chargers were very young. But they had some tough vets like Keenan Allen and other guys, and Mike Williams that's one of my favorite receivers in the league. But still, they had some tough guys, and they shocked everybody. Nobody expected Justin Herbert to come out like he did. Nobody expected their defense to play as well as they did, and them actually have a chance to make the playoffs. I wouldn't be shocked if you guys did that and you guys did win because you have the easiest schedule. You have a young quarterback that we haven't seen too much of to really say if he's amazing or is he decent, is he okay. If he plays at college, Jalen Hurts, you guys are going to be really good. And we haven't seen the NFL Devontae Smith yet. You're just too young,
Right.
And I don't know. Cause to me, I wouldn't be surprised if Jalen Hurts can come out there and be the best, be really, really good because he's now his second option. So I wouldn't be surprised. But at the same time, it's like you guys need to figure out what's the motive. Are we rebuilding or are we going to try right now while we got all these older vets and like still playing halfway good? Let's try to win again, But once again, I wouldn't be surprised if you guys do that,
Well,
but
I think it's kind of a little bit of both.
It depends which ways it goes. If you guys go 0-3 to start the season, then okay, we're gonna start rebuilding. No, but if you go 3-0, you like okay.
No, it's that gray area where we want to start rebuilding because we got older guys, but we got older guys, so we want to win for them older guys. We're in that gray area where we're like, fuck, what do we do?
Guess who's in the gray area also? Utah Jazz, and now they're number 1 seed in the West, and they just beat the Clippers game 1. So it's like,
So I think you was right on that point. I feel like it does depend on the first 5 weeks of the year. We come out 2-3, and we're like, okay, maybe we don't really.
2-3 ain't that bad.
No, 1-4, 0-5. Like,
but you come out 4-1. 5-0 even. You're like, okay, yeah. Like,
or 3-2. We're like, okay, we do have a chance. But you start off the season.
Guess who else was in the gray area? Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And we came out. I'm like, we 3-0. Okay, that's light. 6-0, okay, we're pretty good. 10-0, yeah, we're dogs. 11-0, okay, then lost the game, humbled us, and wanted to win one more. But we lost 4 at the end, but we still won 12-4. And things but we were still, up in the air. We were in the gray area. We didn't know if we wanted to rebuild. We got an old quarterback. We got an old offensive line. We got an old defensive line. So we didn't know what we wanted to do.
And that's kind of where we're at.
At the same time, fans, everyone. Me?
That's why he's preaching.
I knew, but we had Mike Tomlin, because Mike Tomlin's not going to rebuild. Mike Tomlin said it himself. He said, Steelers don't rebuild. He said, all we do is add assets. We lose 1 asset, we bring 3.
You reload.
Yeah. Like all we do is, okay, we lost Le'Veon Bell. We lost Antonio Brown. So we brought in James Conner, Chase Claypool,
routine plays routinely.
So it's just.
Great players make routine plays routinely.
And me and Deere looked it up. Mike Tomlin has never, in his whole entire career coaching the Pittsburgh Steelers, had a losing record.
Never.
Ever. The lowest he ever had is 8-8.
Yes,
that's it.
That's his worst ever record coaching the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Well, 5 out of his 14 years, he didn't have double-digit wins.
Yeah. He had 2 years of 9 wins, 3 years of 8 wins. The rest of it.
And another thing me and Deere were talking about. So, Big Ben, Najee Harris, all these guys talking a lot about Dwayne Haskins.